Okay, wow. So, I have a new project in mind. Green Ethan, I talked about it in yesterday's live stream in Papa Scooperia, but I've always wanted to do Let's Plays of these games, but I've never had the tools until, like, March. Because back in 2023, I finally figured out how to emulate my computer. And then back in March, I finally got a mic so I can do commentary. Oh, sorry. It went to like a replay or something. But yeah, I've always wanted to do Let's Plays of these games. Hold on, let me see something. Is it... It's not showing me how... Oh, okay, it is now. Alright. Sorry, I'm just trying to get things situated. Alright. But yeah, I'll tell you a little bit about this game as we go on and on. But I'm gonna play as a girl, cause, well, I am a girl.
Leave it to me.
I apologize if the sound is too loud and you can't hear me. It's because it says on my audio, make sure that the audio, the desktop audio is like in the yellow. So, but if when I premiere this, whenever, hopefully I can see how loud it is, because it's hard seeing how loud it is on my computer right now. Like I can't even really hear it that well because my speakers got come undone. But yeah, Harvest Moon / Story of Seasons is a video game franchise. Now, all of them are different in their own ways, but all of them universally have the same objective, and that is to start a farm and get married and start a family. Sorry. My name is Shauna. But yeah, I'm starting with this game because it's really good. After I do this game, I'm gonna do another Harvest Moon game that's even better, and I'll talk more about that one when we get into that one. But I don't want to do too many Let's Plays at the same time, so I'm keeping it to Metopia, Papa Louie, and Harvest Moon, all. And then, you know, I'm only gonna do Scooperia for now, and then once that's done, I'll move on to Pancakeria to go again. And once this game is done, I'll move on to Animal Parade. So, I do want to keep it diverse, but I also don't want to do too much at the same time. I think 3 is a good number to do simultaneously. But yeah, Harvest Moon is now known as Story of Seasons, and like, it's weird, but, like, there was, like, a split between Natsume and Marvelous. Marvelous is the actual developers of the game, but Natsume wanted to try to make their own Harvest Moon games. Whereas Marvelous is the series, the old school, you know, the one who made, like, this game and Animal Parade. Alright, I was technically born in the spring. Now, my birthday is considered a summer birthday because it's after some, you know, and according to the school year, it's like summer vacation, but according to the calendar, it's actually spring. Yeah, late spring. But yeah, Marvelous had to go and partner with another publisher, which used to be Natsume, and I think now it's Exceed. You know, even though they developed the games, they didn't own the right to the name, you know, Harvest Moon, so they had to change their name, their franchise name, to Story of Seasons. Alright, I don't like vegetables, I don't like fish, but I do love me some scrambled eggs. But yeah. And the new Harvest Moon games, you know, the ones Natsume developed, I mean, they're still pretty decent games, but they do pale in comparison to Story of Seasons / you know, how the Harvest Moon games before the split between Natsume and Marvelous. And they've actually been remaking games, like they remade Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town, so now it's Harvest Moon. I mean, Story of Season, now it's Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town. There was Harvest Moon A Wonderful Life, but a couple of years ago they made Story of Seasons A Wonderful Life. And now they're remaking Harvest Moon Grand Bazaar, so it'll be Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar. So yeah, I hope to... Man, I really hope Tree of Tranquility and or Animal Parade get Story of Seasons remakes and counterparts, because oh my god, these are both of my favorite games of all time, especially Animal Parade. Animal Parade is probably not just one of my favorite games of all time, but my number one Harvest Moon game. I don't know if it's my favorite game of all time in general, but it's pretty safe to say that it's probably my favorite Harvest Moon game of all time, including the new Story of Seasons games. But yeah, I wanted to do this first because, number one, it's older, and number two, I want to save the best for later. Kind of like what you're doing with your Paper Mario games. You want to do the 1,000-Year Door first, since the 1,000-Year Door is an older game, and because even though you still love the 1,000-Year Door, as I love Tree of Tranquility, you prefer Origami King, and I do like Animal Parade better. So yeah. But yeah, I can't wait to do Animal Parade. Because there is so much freaking stuff in that game. It's actually insane. And I'm gonna be walking you all and talking all about it when we get there. This game doesn't have as many events as Animal Parade, but it's still a pretty kick-ass game. It does have a lot of the same characters. However, there's a few characters that appear in this game that don't even appear in Animal Parade, and there's characters in Animal Parade that don't even appear in Tree of Tranquility, so a lot of characters are the same, but some of them do vary. Yes, I do want to save. Yeah, I was doing a test file a while back for something, but we're gonna save over that. Alright. And as you can see, I have a file right here. And yeah, the objective of this game is to restore all the rainbows. As you can see, I did that. And I also planted what is called the mother tree, which we will get into that. And that's why you see this sapling here. Noticed in this game, there's a lot of the regions and businesses and even bodies of water. They're named after desserts. And in Animal Parade, you will be happy to know that they are instead named after musical instruments. But this is called the Sunday Inn. Yep, Sunday Inn right here. And yep, Waffle Island, yep. Hold on, I'm sorry, I just wanna, okay. Make sure. I want to keep an eye on the time. I'll probably make this about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't want to make these too long because number one, I do get paranoid about storage space. And number two, lost my train of thought. But number two, I don't want it to take too long to upload. Now, videos upload a lot better on OBS, but still, I still want to keep it within a reasonable time frame. But yeah, it says my audio is really loud. Hopefully you can still hear me, because my audio mixer, the desktop audio looks higher than my mic/aux. But yeah, if I noticed during the premiere of this that it causes problems, I'll see if I can turn it down somewhere. I tried to turn it down already, but because like Ryuji's, there is an internal volume for the emulators, so but I'll turn it down more if I have to. I don't want to mess up the game, so I don't want to do it now. There's also an option to turn it down. Hold on. I may have to get my house first, which will take a little bit. But there is like a volume scale where you can turn down the sound effects and the music. Would you like a tour of Hamilton? You rock. Why, thank you. You're welcome. Do you know much about Waffle Town? I do. I've played this game before. Yup, the Sunday Inn. Town Hall. The church. His house. Yolanda's house. The general store. And the Moraine Clinic. That's another example of a dessert that's used in this game to name one of the stuff. And no, that's not the house we move in, you'll see. Yep, the lighthouse. Yep, the harbor. And the accompanying blah 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 bait shop on the hook. Yep. Yeah, this doesn't matter because I'm not using a controller, I'm using a keyboard. Yeah, doesn't matter. I'm blah blah blah. I'm using my keyboard and my mouse, not a controller. Alright, so I guess I'll go talk to Pascal since I think we have to talk to him. Yeah. Yeah, this town's not in great shape, and we'll learn more about that as we go. But it's up to us to restore it. Yep, Pascal. And yes, like I said, you do get married in this game. He's not a marriage candidate, but he's related to one of the marriage candidates. I think it's his nephew, because he has a son and a nephew. And I always get him mixed up, who is who, but you know. I think his son is Pablo, he's just a little kid, but his nephew, Toby, he's a marriage candidate. He's not who I plan to marry. I actually have plans of what to do with him. But we'll meet my favorite bachelor here in a bit. Unfortunately, gay marriage isn't in any of the old Harvest Moon games, but in the newer ones, in Story of Seasons, they started to add gay marriage or same-sex marriage. So, for example, I know you like a lot of fictional men. You know, you can just play as a boy. You know, you don't have to play as the opposite sex just to marry like someone of the same sex. If you know what, like, you know, the same sex as, like, you know, you the player. And even though my favorite in this game, my favorite marriage candidate is a male, I still want that for other people, since I know other people may be more attracted to people of the same sex.
Right.
Oh yeah, and you'll know which ones are marriage candidates because there'll be a song that plays, and then like and their face will sparkle. But I noticed it only works like that for marriage candidates of the opposite sex. We'll meet our first candidate in a little bit. But, you know, that's a touch that's only in this game. The song and sparkly face isn't in other Harvest Moon games. We have a daughter. She's a marriage candidate for males. But yeah, you'll see what we have to do to get everyone to come back. There's still some people here, but once we restore one of the rainbows, which you'll find out which one, people will start coming back.
Right.
All right. Okay, good. Marine Clinic. When we leave the building, we'll meet one of the marriage candidates. Yep, and it's Dr. Jin. Dr. Jin is Irene's grandson. She was like nodding her head no. What? I see, so you're out greeting everyone. Yep. Kids nowadays don't even know how to say hi. The doctor on duty here is Jin. He just went out to get some medicinal materials. Yeah, and we'll meet Jen when we exit the clinic. If you ever get some herbs or patana roots, please ship them as soon as possible. Yep, they're used to make medicine in the Harvest Moon games. Alright, this is the music I was talking about. This music will play when you're meeting a marriage candidate of the opposite gender. It will not play for the female marriage. Like, if I was playing as a male character, then the female characters would get this music, but since I'm a female, and thus I'm playing as a female character, I'm getting this with the male ones. Now, I like Jin, but he's who I don't plan to marry. I actually have something planned for him too, which I'll talk more and more about that when we get later on. But there's a thing called rival marriages, and most of the candidates have a designated rival. Jin and Toby are both two of them, so Jin will marry Renee. I mean, not Renee. Toby will marry Renee, and Jin will marry Anit. We'll meet her later, but Jin will marry Anissa, and to trigger rival events. Yeah, see the sparkling face. To trigger rival events, you have to befriend the candidate of the same gender. You know, it's a nice little touch. If you want to marry the marriage candidate, you have to befriend the one of the opposite sex, but by befriending the rival, you get the rival events. Unfortunately, this is only in a few Harvest Moon games. This is one of them. Animal Parade is another. Yep. Alright. I guess we'll go over here now. Okay, now this is another marriage candidate. This is actually my favorite marriage candidate in this game and Animal Parade. Now, some of the marriage candidates don't have rivals in this game, but they get rivals in Animal Parade. Now, in Animal Parade, Gil will actually go on to marry Luna if you befriend, you know, whoever is the same sex as the player character. But him and Luna don't actually have any rival events in this version. And since Gil is my favorite bachelor, I think I'm gonna marry him in this game. Now, I kind of want to show off all of the rival events in Animal Parade as well, so I have someone else planned on Animal Parade. That way I can get all the trigger all the rival events, but in this game I can actually marry him without missing out on anything. Yep, he's actually the son of Hamilton, the mayor. Yep, the mayor's one and only son. Did you come here after seeing the brochure my father designed? Yep, nice to meet you, Gil. This island's nothing like that phony brochure. It's practically a ghost town. Yeah. There aren't many people on this island. Like I mentioned, we have to restore one of the rainbows in order to get everyone back on here. But to me, it's got a lot of potential. That is true. I'm hoping to turn this island into one people seeing that brochure someday. I hope you'll help me develop this island into a place that really is that wonderful. I will. Oh yeah, we have to go into town hall. Alright, Kathy is actually a marriage candidate for male players. I'm not gonna get the music with her or the sparkly face because, like I said, you only get that with marriage candidates of the opposite sex. So I would have to play as a male to get the music with her and the sparkly face. Sorry. Now let's see if I'm missing anyone. We have to go to the church. There's no one there. Alright. Map. Alright. Let's see. In case Hamilton isn't gonna bother to tell me. Huh. Alright, Brownie Ranch. We can't go over there yet. You'll see. Okay, we'll talk to the mayor, see what he says. You've met everyone? That's great. Well, Shauna. And yeah, I think you do have to meet everyone. I don't know if he tells you if you're who specifically you're missing in this game, but I know he does in Animal Parade. I like it here. It already feels like home. it, but I do prefer the setting of an Animal Parade where everyone's in a different town/setting. Yes, let's save. And there is no auto-saving in this game, so you do have to be careful to save when you can. And yeah, I haven't named my ranch yet, so that's why you only see these question marks. Sorry, my nose is stopped up. Lovely. Hamilton. Hilton. Whatever. Sheraton, but it's Hamilton. Yep, I'm gonna stay. Weddings are usually held here, though we haven't had many lately. Yeah, well, don't worry. We're gonna have a couple. I'm gonna get married, and a few of the residents. We're gonna get a few of the residents on here married. But yeah. And like I said, we're gonna be doing that by default. Like, for example, Jin and Anissa. We'll meet Anissa pretty soon too, but they are considered a rival couple. And I have to befriend Anissa a bit to get her married to Jin. But if you were playing as a male, you would have to befriend Jin to get him and Anissa married. We're actually going to be staying on a farm with this married couple, and they're actually the parents of Anissa. Ready as ever. Yep, and right here, this is the Souffle farm. Surprise, surprise, another dessert name. Since your house is still being built, you can stay here at Souffle Farm in the meantime. Yep, Souffle Farm. And this. And the husband, he's gonna... he is a character. I'm just gonna say that. And let you know when your house is ready. Ooh, alright. Yeah, as I briefly mentioned, we don't have our house yet, so we have to stay here for a couple of endgame days. Yep. Craig. He's an interesting fella. I'm just gonna say that. Why would anyone want to move to such a boring and decrepit place? because I plan to make this place a better place. Anywho, my name is Craig. I own this farm. If you have no business here, go home. I don't have a home yet, Craig. What are you doing here? I'm afraid we're quite busy now. Well, that's the thing. She's gonna have us help Craig on the farm. You'll see. Sorry. The field is overrun with weeds. Get to weeding already? Yeah, we're gonna have to pull weeds, then water, and then we harvest and ship the crops the next day. So you're the helper the mayor sent over, I see. I never said anything about that, but at your service, I guess. There are a lot of weeds. Yep. I want you to pull them all out. Weeds make the crops go slower. Alright, again, this doesn't really help me because I'm not using a controller, so I'm just gonna skip it. Instead of pressing A, what you do is you just click using the mouse, and then you walk using WASD. Get that much time. You only get like a minute. Ah! And it goes fast, let me tell ya. Okay, good, we got it. Eventually. Actually, that's part of learning the bare basics, Craig, is easing us into stuff. You're weak, but you got the job done. Fair.
Right.
Got watering can. Don't get too excited. You're going to be using that thing for the next chore. Well, joke's on you, Craig. I get to keep the watering can. Actually, I believe I pressed Alt or Control. Got it. Lollygagging, come on! Alright, Control, so instead of pressing C, you press Control, which makes sense, you know, Control starts with C. Bring it! It is on! And yeah, we have a little more time this time. surprised. What? 67 seconds? Where'd you learn to water that? You're good. Why, thank you, Craig. Alright, good work. Thank you, thank you. That's it for today. Oh yeah, okay, good. This is Anissa. She's actually the rival for the Doctor, Dr. Jin. And we're gonna be befriending her, so her and Jin can get married. Now, when you get someone to, you know, a marriage candidate to the same sex, to 2 hearts, there's a rival event, and then a numbers, and then if you get them to 3 hearts, it'll be like the proposal, and then like we'll get married. And yeah, Anissa's pretty easy to befriend because we're gonna be. She plays a little bit of a part in this, like right now. We can also give a strawberry to her, but it won't count because we're gonna ship some strawberries, but we also gotta hand them out. I'm probably gonna wait until the next episode to do the second half of the strawberry quest, though. This isn't the best of times for the island. Yeah, so I've heard. People are pretty frustrated. But we're gonna we're gonna do what we can to better the place. Yep, we're all gonna work together. Yep, that's the plan, Anissa. Please take this. I hope it'll be helpful to you. Farming for beginners. Yeah, I'm not a beginner farmer though, but I do appreciate the thought. Yo, I hope you're retaining everything I'm teaching you. Don't worry. We'll talk to these people, get a tiny bit of a friendship boost. Good afternoon. I'm sure you'll be growing your own crops in no time. Yep, I will. And then we talk to Ruth. Thanks for helping out today. You finished the job, huh? My husband may act like a jerk, but he actually really likes you. Aw, that's good. Blush, blush, blush. Well, you've got a long day ahead tomorrow. Rest and relax for the rest of today. Good night. Good night. Do you want to save the story so far? Yes. Alright, I think I'm gonna end it off right here, guys. We'll begin the second half of the strawberry quest, as I will call it, next time in episode 2. I hope you are enjoying this Let's Play so far, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.